What is up, everybody? How's it going? And welcome back. So we're on this 2007 Toyota 4Runner 4.7 liter V8 Sport Edition 4-wheel drive. We're not working on this guy today. This guy actually did some work. Went and picked up some parts from a buddy of mine, Josh Billetts, or Joshua Billetts, over up in Surprise, Arizona. Had a bunch of parts that I wanted to pick up. So we got these are the two covers for the front driver's seat bolt covers. So these are just the covers that cover the seat pegs. So I'll show you right here. These little covers right here, that's what these guys are for, but this is the passenger side, so these guys are for the driver's side. And reason being is they're not for this truck. On Friday, the 15th, ended up picking up another one of these 4Runners in this exact same salsa red color, but that one is a 2008 Sport Edition 4-wheel drive 4.7 liter V8. It's just as nice as this one. Has a 3-inch front and rear lift as well as a level kit. It's got bigger tires, bigger wheels. It's got 18-inch wheels, and that vehicle was picked up. And these covers, all 4 of these covers are for that vehicle. It's just not here right now. This differential I picked up as a spare front diff. Josh just gave me the CV axles because they were severely damaged on the boots. So at the moment, the CV axles are just keeping the diff fluid in it because he didn't drop the diff fluid, and I ended up bringing my 12 millimeter to get this guy out, which mounts this ball mount right here. You guys have seen the TikTok videos of me showing all this previously, but it's got the brackets and everything on it still. It's a complete differential, and the reason I picked this up is to have it as a spare, not because my custom ARB locker diff is bad or anything. I picked it up because about 6 months, a year, maybe a little bit more, maybe a year and a half from now, I plan on upgrading to 35-inch tires. And when I ordered the front differential, I ordered it with the ARB locker with the factory Toyota 373 gears. So when I upgrade, I'm going to have to send that differential that I put back in, though that ARB locker diff that I ordered from East Coast Gear Supply. I'm going to have to send that in to East Coast Gear Supply for them to upgrade it to a 488 gear ratio. So I picked this up, that way the truck is not down. This diff has no pinion issues. The pinion's nice and tight. It's not leaking out the pinion. It's nice and dry. It's got a little bit of flash rusting on it, not a big deal. I'm going to be doing the same with the rear. So I'm going to have East Coast Gear Supply build me a rear third member, 373 gear right now, with the ARB air locker. I'm going to slap that in, and I'm going to be keeping my rear third member that this truck came with. So I'm going to end up having a rear third member spare and a front differential spare as well. And when this truck gets put on jack stands and I take the third member out and I take the front diff out to send them back to East Coast Gear Supply to have them put the 488 gears in it, that is when I'm going to slap this third member that's in the truck right now back in, and then I would slap this guy in. That way the truck isn't down for the time period. But I also picked up some other goodies. I picked up this dual climate control unit right here. You can see the word dual in the center. I picked this up from a limited edition. Most of this stuff came from a limited edition. This differential did, this climate control unit, and this bezel did as well. This bezel is actually for this one. And so the Sport Editions have just 3 slots. These are flat. This one has 5, as you can tell. It goes right there. I'm going to get this all cleaned up, scuff it up, probably repaint it, get it all smooth again. I mean, this has some nicks on it, stuff like that, I'm not worried about. But I'm going to put this here to have 2 extra switch slots. So I have 2 extra available switches. I picked up the 12-volt plug as well, front and rear. So this is a little basket that actually goes in here. It actually goes like that. Josh let me keep this basket. He gave this basket to me for free. All I paid for was the plug. So this 12-volt plug here is what I paid for. I don't blame him. I mean, I don't really want to clean it either. But I'll probably clean this up and see, you know, if it can be used for anything or keep it kept as a spare. The fuse panel, the interior fuse panel, he told me that he doesn't really sell these. I just wanted some of the fuses, and he just, you know, gave me the whole panel. So I got some fuses, I got some relays, and this, it came out of a 2005 Limited. So the one I'm driving is a 2007 Sport. Here's the other 12-volt plug. This plug is this guy right here, just to have them as spares. And then the front drive shaft bolts. There, we've got this nut, 12mm Allen nut for the ball joint on the diff. And then these are the 2 bolts that are for the arms. And then I picked up the auto LSD switch. I picked up the AC 115 volt plug, 115 volt AC inverter wire harness pigtail, and he sold me the AC 150 volt 15 volt inverter box. So we got quite a bit of goodies. These are going to go on that secondary vehicle. That secondary vehicle didn't have much missing. It had those four pieces missing, and it did need these 2 12-volt plugs. So that's why I picked these 12-volt plugs up. These are actually going to go to the 2008 that was picked up. And once I get this plug cleaned up as well and get this one removed, it's going to go to the 2008 as well. Don't worry about it. I understand this looks nasty. It was owned, but that vehicle was owned by somebody that was a construction worker or something, and they didn't take care of the vehicle very well. But it's not a big deal. We can clean that up. I'll get some purple power and degreaser in here. We'll clean this whole housing up, and hopefully maybe it'll be used in the future. But just a quick video what I picked up in Surprise, guys. If you guys need 4th gen parts, look up Joshua Balletts on Facebook. I believe he might be on a couple other things. I think he might be on Instagram. I don't know. He might be on TikTok too, and YouTube. I have no idea. Didn't ask. But you know, next time he's down here, we're gonna all go off-roading. I gotta get this stuff in the house, get things cleaned up, get things prepped. For the dual climate control, there's a little sticky spot right here that needs to be cleaned off. The switches need to be cleaned. They're a little sticky. And then pop this bezel in. And that is it for now, guys. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. And one last thing, keep in mind that limited edition harnesses, or TRD Pro harnesses or TRD Off-Road harnesses now, are installed in all vehicles, including base models. And all Toyota does is they just take the harness and the plugs that aren't used and the switches that are not installed, and they just bundle them up like this. See, I have 1, 2, 3 plugs right here not being used. One is for the traction control switch. One of them is for the inverter, which is going to go straight into the plug here. It's going to be popped up here. So keep that in mind. You can upgrade a lower end model by just plugging the components back into them. See you guys next time.